Hi everyone, this is Laura, and today I have a project share um, that I would like to show you. This project is a card, and this card is a video response for JANDSIB80, who is Sybil. She is celebrating her 1000 Subbie giveaway challenge, and if you guys saw my previous video announcing her challenge, she has 5 themes to choose from. And right now I'm drawing a blank because I've only done this like 3 or 4 times and I got a little flustered. So I am going to leave a link to her channel describing the challenge in my description box. So if you girls and guys would like to join this challenge, and I encourage you to join it because it's going to be a lot of fun, you can just click onto the link below and go over the rules and what it is that she wants you to do for her challenge giveaway. So, Sybil, I started out thinking I was gonna make Bella a card because you and I both share that name with our pets. I have a Bella and you have a Bella. And I know how much you love your Bella, probably as much as I love my Bella. But I turned south or left somehow. I started cleaning, and well, let me tell you what I really started. This stamp set. I just bought this stamp set over at Michael's. It's called Garden Gnome. And I love my recollection stamps. The only thing I don't like is once you take it out of the clear packaging, it kind of, the rubber is flimsy and it gets all jumbled up. And I don't know of a better way to store it. So if any of you guys can give me a suggestion, I would truly love to figure out a way to store these stamps so that I can see them. And I don't know what to use on this. So these were the little stamps that I fell in love with, this little gnome. And I'm going to tell you what, I debated for a good amount of time on whether or not I wanted to purchase them, and I'm so happy I did. So this was just a recent purchase from Michael's. And look at this little guy, the turtle. I fell in love with him. And I realized how much I like turtles. And I have not really used them on anything as much as, and I think they're adorable. So I'm going to start getting some more turtle stamps. That's going to be one of my new things I like. So, besides that stamp set, I was doing a little organizing and I came across this chipboard album. Now, I had 2 of these. I had already decorated one and made a mini out of it last year, and that footage is no longer here. It's on my old YouTube channel, which I lost. But I must say I did love the way the mini came out. So I started thinking about it, and then I decided to do the home theme card instead. And I wanted to take this and use it as a template to create a card because I was too lazy to pull out my Cricut and go through all those cartridges. Let me show you what I made. Out of that chipboard piece, I created this card. And this is what it looks like. And let me show you what I used on this. Besides all my little stamps here with this garden, I used the birdie, and then I used the flowers, and I used the little bee. I didn't get to use the mushrooms, but I did use the wordage inside. I'm not going to show you that yet because I'm going to show you that inside the card. I also used this Darcy's embossing folder called Picket Fence. And I don't know if you guys can see the picket fence on here, but I loved it. Came in very handy. And I also used my Embossabilities wood grain and brick reversible embossing folder. And these are awesome, guys. They're 5x7. They are ginormous. Can you see that? And the texture is phenomenal. And of course, you'll see that on the card now. As I get in a little closer, and oh, I dropped my stamp. I'll pick that up in a second. Now, can you guys see the texture on this? Yeah, it is a really nice embossing finish. And I sanded it down, I distressed it, I inked it, and then I glued it onto the base of my card. And this is the base of my card. And I stamped it in the back especially for you. And I don't know if you can see this. This is the part that gave me a little trouble because I forgot that I needed to fold the card. So then I had to have room here for the flap in order for the roof to look as even as it was on the other side. And I didn't want to have a skinny one and then a big one. So I just added a little tiny piece here. I hot glued it down and then I covered it with the cardstock so it would not be noticeable to the front. For the roof, I added some of this white eyelet lace with some yellow trim. I also added the ivory beaded trim, and these are all a bunch of little flowers. And I also added it in burgundy to the roof up here because I don't know, but gnomes and flowers to me, I think they just go well together. And then I just took a circle punch and I took a piece of scrap pattern paper and I just punched it out. I added some black cardstock, crisscrossed it to make it look like a window pane, and then I added some mesh bling around the circle. I colored in the gnome with my distress markers by Tim Holtz, and then I added some metallic gel markers to certain areas like his little belt buckle and the little trim here and here, the little doodles here, to the flower as well, and the flower pot. And this is a little bee stamp, also part of the same stamp collection, the Garden Gnome collection. And I colored the little bee in with gel markers by Sakura. And I distressed the Picket Fence and Old Paper Distress ink, also by Tim Holtz. And this here is a punch I used by Friskars, and this is my grass punch. I love this punch. I have been using it so much. That's the grass there. To the grass, I added this crochet trim that has a little brown edging on it, which I totally love. I don't have too much of it left. I've been using it very sparingly because I just love it because it's so tiny, and to me it adds just a perfect touch. Then I have the little bird that I also have stickles on and colored in with my distress markers. That's also from the stamp collection. And that's the front. And then on the inside, it says Gnome Sweet Gnome. And again, I just took a white circle punch, cut it out. I distressed it with pinks and blues. And I have a big EK Success punch that's a oval, scallop oval, which I also punched out of some designer paper. And these designer papers, if I'm not, well, these were all little pieces of scrap, to be honest. I don't remember where they came from. Then I just punched some more of those little bees and a little garden. I colored it in with my new metallic gel markers. And I had lots of fun coloring those in with that. So that's my card, Sybil. I hope you like it when you get it. And I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. And I hope you get inspired. For those of you that have these chipboard pieces, we can use them for other things other than mini albums. They make great templates for projects. I think I'm going to cut out a few more of these and use them on some layouts as well. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you're all having a blessed day. Bye now.